Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Today, I am doing a video inspired by you. I think one of the most amazing things about this entire YouTube journey is the fact that I have witnessed the emergence of this really engaged community. I have so many of you replying to each other, giving helpful suggestions, and also when other gardeners speak, I tend to listen because a lot of us have great life experience. And when you're willing to share knowledge, I am more than willing to listen. And one thing from the last video, actually a couple videos ago, spoke loud and clear. Yep, the crowd has spoken, and apparently you guys love Bootstrap. So I placed a little order based on your suggestions, and I decided that I would actually do some seed starting, also inspired by another comment. For some reason, this comment really stood out to me, and I think it's because I grew up in a home where we always grew sunflowers. In fact, I remember going out into my garden and the squirrels would be hanging upside down, eating all of the seeds out of giant sunflowers that we had grown. So I thought I would take this opportunity while I'm still working on bringing the cut flower up to speed. I'm going to work on starting some sunflowers using the Bootstrap equipment that I just ordered. So I'm going to do a little unboxing. I'm going to walk you through the different sunflowers that I'm going to be starting and also show you a few of the differences and why I selected them. Okay, here we go. I am so very excited about this. So I just got this box in the mail today. And let's see what we got. Okay, we got a little packing slip here. And then, ta-da! Okay, I went a little crazy. But here's the deal. I actually use these a lot, and I love that they have so many different colors. So I purchased two different things. I purchased the 6 cell. So this right here is going to replace the disposable, they're not disposable, but they might as well be. The little black ones that I was using the other week, they do have a little bit of flex to them. They've got this little hole in the bottom so I can help push out any seedlings, and they come in lots of great colors. The only bummer is they were out of the mixed color packs of these. So I just ordered a bunch of singles, and I'm not afraid that I'm going to have over purchased because I tend to start a ton of seeds in my garden. So obviously got the purple. And look at this. I mean, it actually was a really good deal. So more purple. I also got this perfect, like yummy, it's like a mid-tone blue. It's super bright and chipper. Then I also got the orange, which I'm really into orange lately. Super fun color. And then the pink, which is, I don't know if I'm really a pink girl, but super pretty. And I love that I could like color code my seed starting. I could go by weeks. I mean, I'm a very visual person, so anytime I can color code anything is super awesome. The only bummer is that they did not have any of the green 6 cell packs. And so I'll probably just circle back. I did I put the little notification, I enter my email address so I get notified when these come in, and I'll probably purchase those just because I've got all the rest of the colors. And the next thing here, when I was showing people the black tray in my last seed starting video, it was actually much thicker than the ones that I usually get, but there were like 4 or 5 of you that were like, the Bootstrap trays are the best. And I do have to agree. These are incredibly sturdy. I mean, they've got like a little bit of give to them, but this is an incredibly sturdy tray. And I can actually see this being super useful if you were doing soil blocking, because you can fill all of these lower channels with water for bottom watering, which is absolutely hands down the best way you should always water seedlings. Next thing I want to do is I want to take you through the sunflowers that we're starting today, and I'm going to show you what we're working with. All right, friends, here we are. These are my sunflower selections for this year. I've divvied them into 3 different categories, and I want to take you through each one. Essentially, I am going to be growing some giant sunflowers. I'm going to be growing some branching sunflowers, and I'm going to be growing some single stem varieties that are great for cut flowers. So I'm going to walk you through what each one of these looks like. The first one that we have right here is the Heirloom Titan. This one says it's going to grow 12 to 14 feet tall. So we are going to see what this looks like. Next up, I have an Heirloom Mammoth Gray Stripe. This is one that I have grown, but it's been years and years and years since I did it. This one is saying it's going to net us out at 12 to 13 feet tall. And then last in the giant sunflower department, we have Sunzilla, which I'm loving that name. And this one is saying it can get anywhere from 10 to 16 feet tall. Amazing. Next up, we have our branching sunflowers. Now, this is a little bit different. These are not a single stem variety. Instead, these are going to come up and we are going to get multiple flowers per stem. When doing so, I need to leave a little bit more planting space. However, I can keep cutting off of this, which is a really wonderful thing in the garden. So I'm starting off with the one I am the most excited about. This is a sunflower called Sparky. I'm super duper excited. It has almost like a little tube-like petal to it. So again, super excited about that. Sunfinity is another one. This is going to be a little bit more of that traditional sunflower look. Yellow, bright, sunshiny, super great. And then the last one is Red Wave. And this is, again, branching. It's going to grow about 3-4 feet tall and a deep red color. So I'm getting a nice variety, red, yellow, and then these Sparkies are kind of like a mix of colors. All right, last but not least, we have more of the florist varieties. Now, these are ones that are single stem, and they don't have a lot of pollen, because what a florist really likes is they like when they cut this and you don't have a bunch of pollen all over your table. So I'm going to run you through the varieties that I have. First up is this chocolate cherry sunflower. I have grown these in the past and they are so beautiful, just deep, saturated, really great in fall arrangements. So I'll probably succession sow all of these. Next up, this is another one. I've grown this multiple times. I loved it. I re-upped and grabbed like 250 seeds. This is Pro Cut Plum. It is absolutely lovely. I might actually put some of these in the front garden too, because it does match my color palette there. It's got kind of a barely there yellow and this like plummy shade towards the tips. Next, we have Pro Cut White Light. And I also have Pro Cut, oh, that's not the right one. Hold up, wait a minute. There we are. I have White Light and I have White Night. Both of these are a pale, pale, pale yellow. The difference is Light has a light center and Night has a dark center. So these are both a beautiful look. I kind of gravitate more towards this Night one, but I'm going to grow both because I really want to see them both in action. Next, we have the Pro Cut Horizon. This is just your classic single stem, beautiful yellow sunflower. And then last but not least, we have Pro Cut Red. This is another deep red. I don't believe it's as deep as this other one that I've grown, this chocolate cherry. Still beautiful deep red. This is going to be great for autumn, some more hot arrangements. Alrighty, so you have seen me do this in the previous video. I'm pre-moistening my potting soil. Very, very important. You always have to do this. I will put a link to that video below, but long story short, get some water on it. And let's see if you can hear this. That is what we're looking for. We want to squish it together. We don't need a lot of dirt falling everywhere, but you also want to see my fingerprints. So right here again, you can see the profile of my fingers. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start filling my new little trays. Okay, my friends, so we are gonna go ahead and start by sewing. Let me flip these around for you. Our giants. I'm actually gonna sew 12 of each variety, just in case the bunnies decide to eat some of them. Our bunnies are savages here and they eat everything. So, and this is also another reason why I'm starting these indoors, just to cut down on that pressure. I'm gonna walk you through starting sunflower seeds relatively slowly. Let's go ahead and start with the snacker and I'll walk you through it. So first things first, I always label. And I'm just going to put mammoth, gray stripe. And as per usual, I'm recycling using the back of a previously loved plant tag. And these are the seeds from the mammoth sunflower. So quite big. So a sunflower seed, you're actually going to plant this about a 1/2 inch deep. It's going to germinate in just a few days. I mean, we're talking maybe a week. And then the growth rate on this is about 2 months. So what I do is I use a pencil for almost all of my seed starting. So I'm just going to make my little hole. I start by making all of my holes. For some reason in my brain, I just like that process. So I'm going to go through, carve out a little 1/2 inch deep hole for everybody. And then typically this is brand new seed, so I bet we're probably gonna have really good germination here. Oops. And so I'm just gonna plop one in each hole. And I'm not super obsessed with making sure that everything germinates because these are mammoth sunflowers, so I don't need a whole ton of them. Okay. And I am not worried about having like a pointy end down or up. This is a seed. It's gonna know what to do. It's got that little Mother Nature smartness built into it. Alrighty. Last but not least, I always label as I go because I am prone to forgetting. Next, I am moving on to Sunzilla. Oh, this is interesting. Look at these Sunzilla seeds. They're almost like, they've got a little spot on them. That's very cool. Now, if these were smaller seeds, I would probably plant 2 per cell, just because it's always nice to have an extra in there. Like when I start my tomatoes, I always do 2 per cell. So that way, in case one doesn't germinate, I've got an extra on the horizon. But with these large sunflowers, I'm not super worried about it. Like I said, I might not even have room for all of these, so I like to start a few extra. Whoa, these are huge. Okay, look at the size of these things. This is the Heirloom Titan. Jeez. Oh, interesting. This one says planting depth 1 inch. So these are going to go deep. These things are beefy. Look how cute and little this seed is. This is Sunflower Sparky. It's so tiny. Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know if you can see this, but apparently this Sunfinity is a rare seed. Okay, so I guess we're just doing one cell of those. Look at that, 5 seeds. How much did I pay for this? Probably a lot. Doesn't even say. It's like $1 a seed. Seriously, what the heck? Okay, well, this is sad. I cannot believe I only had 5 of those Sunfinities. Okay, before we end the video, I want to jump you downstairs real quick to show you how the seeds that we started maybe like a week and a half ago are coming along. Everyone is cooking right along here. These lights, I do have another set of grow lights, and which I think are actually stronger than these ones, but they're still fine. But everybody is kind of popped up and off to the races here, which is super exciting. So, ready or not, the cut flower production is up and running. So with any luck, we're going to have some beautiful things to share this year. Okay, also, this is my first time growing Status, and they are so cute. Let me see if I can get real close here. Look at this little guy. I don't know if you can see him, but he has these just like super little spiky textured leaves. So super cute. The other one that I thought was so fun is look at this guy. It kind of reminds me of a sunflower. This is the scabiosa, the one that grows into those seed pods that I really like. So that one is super cool. I'm going to be excited to watch that. What's so funny is, look at this. This is the scabiosa Fata Morgana. And then this one is the starflower, the seed pod, which is crazy. And then not great germination back here from Fama White. That, I am dealing with older seed. So there you go. Okay, this section, these are a lot of my stock. And when the time comes, I'm actually going to show you, you can select these for what you want to grow. So I don't know if you can see this here. Do you see how this one is like a true double? And then this one is that like funky lobed off to one side. As these get a little bit bigger, I'm going to show you how to select stock for doubles and singles. So if that's your jam, if you like singles or if you like doubles, I will show you how you can figure out what it's going to be. So there we have it. We have started 12 super different sunflower varieties for the cut flower garden and beyond. Thank you so much for joining, and we're going to see you in the next one. Say hello to your garden for me.